We've been seeing a lot of these fucking videos make the rounds of these hyper realistic AI video women going around and shit like this. Yeah, if you thought she was real, she's not real. She's AI. Yep. It's genuinely fucking crazy. Like the catfishing that's going to happen out of this is going to be genuinely fucking hilarious. Very very big debate. Very big debate. Absolutely blew me spinny, and it broadly comes back to the point that I've been saying with a lot of the history for as to what the bourgeoisie and the corporations and the rich have been trying to do in terms of deterioration of social sort of social norms of people being able to be sociable with one another. And I'm going to bring up concepts within fucking capitalist realism and Mark Fisher yet again. The capitalist, the rich, the bourgeoisie, what have you, is willing to do anything possible, and I mean anything fucking possible, in order to commodify every aspect of human existence. Ever since the fucking 30s, after the collapse and the failures of fucking capitalism, and the rising tide of general sort of uh, workers' emancipation and rights, and also union power and socialism in general, with the failures of capitalism after the fucking Great Depression, after everything crashed in 1929, it made it such that the rich were forced, and they were forced to have to give up fucking concessions for the working class. And it was slated, like at that point, capitalism was over and socialism was ready to take over. But FDR made a grand bargain to essentially save capitalism, because that's what the New Deal was. It was a savior of fucking capitalism, because that shit was fucking done. It was over. But the New Deal was the one thing that FDR was able to get in negotiations in order to be able to save the, well, unironically save the fucking Republic of the United States of America, which should have collapsed at this point. And ever since the advent of the New Deal, a lot of the corporations and the rich, do you think that they sat back and rested while they were getting fucking taxed in order to pay for fucking Social Security and a lot of the other necessary programs and regulatory boards that existed? Fuck no. What they did immediately was start to chip away at union power, chip away at worker power. And the first tranche of how this happened was through suburbanization, through isolation of people, making it such that if you have to go with a car, go with it and have a fucking commute, do you really have the ability or the opportunity in order to be able to socialize with your fellow man or woman, with the employers all also riding in the exact same public cars with you or public transit with you, or walking along the same sort of places with you, in order to have them be able to hear of your discontent towards that, well, rich person in particular? Oh, that doesn't make them feel very comfortable. They have problems with that. So we're going to basically make it such that infrastructure within the United States of America makes it such that people are not able to have social interactions with one another, and begin the process of isolation of people. And then within the 70s, with the collapse of the labor unions, huge fucking corporate consolidation was starting during that time, which was heavily ratcheted up. Well, first it was the fall of the fucking unions, and with the fall of the unions, wages, of course, started to suffer as a result, because there's no power to be able to bargain against these people. And also, with the Ronald Reagan getting into power, his significant amounts of corporate beneficiary policy basically made it way worse. So much fucking goddamn worse. Right? Because of more corporate consolidation and capture at the top and throughout the fucking state, incentivized by Reagan. Then we have Clinton furthering that along with the repeal of fucking Glass-Steagall, and then we had Obama bailing out the banks during the Great Recession of 2008, making it such that the economic situations within the United States of America gets worse and worse and worse and worse, further isolating people from one another, because now we are in full suburbanization mode. People need a car in order to be able to get anywhere, and with people not able to pay for insurance for the cars, gas for the cars, their food, all of their bills that are racking up, medical bills, what have you, people not being able to pay for all of that stuff has made it such that people are more and more and more isolated than ever. And it makes it such that there are rather perverse effects. For example, why are there all these fucking incels that have made it way fucking worse for people, for these guys, in order to be able to find a fucking partner? It's because of that social isolation that's been prompted by all of these economic policies that have been beneficiary for the corporations and the rich throughout basically the latter part of a century. And of course, the corporation is going to corporation. They are going to attempt to further consolidate more and more and more power under itself. And this got hyper accelerated during Trump thanks to a lot of his fucking tax cuts during 2017. The situation has only gotten worse from there. Biden recognized that there were some problems here and did some stuff to address some of the issues, but at this point it's too little too late. It's over, more or less. And Joe Biden was not going to ever be that transformational candidate to do a new deal, because that is what is necessary at this point to stave off the second collapse of American capitalism, because I do believe it's going to happen eventually. We'll see what happens when the AI bubble pops specifically, but I think that's going to be a propellant to the further collapse. Like, it's going to fucking happen, because again, all this investment and there's like basically nothing to show for it. It's a bubble, so clearly a fucking bubble that's being maintained through a bunch of exchanges by a bunch of differing fucking goddamn companies to make it look like there's some form of velocity within the economy. It's bullshit. It's a bunch of gobbledygook. It's not real velocity of money throughout the economy, obviously. And here is the current next frontier of that further hyper-commodification as described by Mark Fisher, and the social isolation as well. Commodifying all forms of social interaction. And in this case, it's with shit like AI companions and all of these fucking AI women as well, that now these incredibly socially rejected and dejected men are now going to start turning to more and more to fulfill their sort of like sexual urges and fucking desires. And if there's like android women, like, because there's been like some fucking dumbass incels that have been talking about this, saying like, dude, if there's android women with like artificial wombs and stuff like that can grow your children, oh yeah, like it's gonna be like sick, and women are gonna be completely fucking screwed. Men will never have to interact with women ever again. And it's, first off, incredibly fucking demeaning that the only way that these motherfuckers think of women as like nothing more than fucking broodmares, that they need to exist only in the kitchen, barefoot and fucking pregnant, pumping out fucking babies for them while they, I don't know, like sit on their asses in their own fart and piss and shit, basically being like detestable little weirdos online. And as I've said before, with all these like AI companion stuff and all this like AI women and shit like that, the only purpose for stuff like this is to further that social isolation, to make it easier for a lot of corporations and the rich to further fucking exploit you, to not have those social interactions and force you to be isolated. Because again, we've said this concept before, monkey together are strong, monkeys separated, not strong. Pretty simple fucking concept. What do we have here? Meet Michelle. She's stored on a server in Iowa. I really do believe that this shit right here, beginning of the death for fucking humanity.
I guess the main thing is, wait, can we start over? Sorry. This guy, Jeff, he can't direct worth shit.
What are you supposed to say to this? I mean, it's impressive how hyper realistic this is, but what purpose does this fucking serve? Again, like, if there's anything that causes the popping of the fucking AI bubble, it's gonna be shit like this. Cause it's just like, bro, what is the point of all this? What, it's to get like weird incels rocks off or something to like this, I don't know, a random AI girlfriend that doesn't fucking exist in order to further depress them and cause them to, I don't know, want to commit self-delete like much faster because they'll never be able to pull a woman like this ever in their fucking lives. Like, it's sickening to me. Like, unironically, this is nonsensical. And I mean, there's more instances of all this shit, right? Like, I don't know, this dumbass doing a prompt for this to create some random fucking gamer girl. Dude, dog, she's not real. You can't interact with her. Or you can't have fucking feelings for her. You people are fucking weirdos for wanting to make all these women who, I don't know, can't say fucking no to you because you generated her through the prompt of an AI. Because there's also like a deeply perverted, like, misogynistic bent toward all of this. And they're also going to make the women look a lot younger, generally speaking, because of course they're going to make them look a lot younger because of these sort of like perverted, sort of like twisted incentives that these people have in their minds for wanting to maintain dominance of a particular fucking hierarchy and fucking control over women. Because for these people, they never treat these people as individuals who have their own desires and dreams and wants and fucking desires. They are seen as tools to be fucking controlled, to be broken down into nothingness. It's like, this is why I say shit like this is fundamentally anti-human. And we also have this shit. Like, bro. That's really loud. What is this? It doesn't matter like what we're saying here, because it's a bunch of unintelligent fucking garbage. It's AI generated fucking like Drexlop. And there's like people saying like, oh, it's the end of fucking goddamn humanity, dude. Very, very good. We're gonna end humans because you have this android girl right here who's just going to basically have an artificial womb, and then you'll never need to interact with fucking women ever again. And you see how, like, bro, it's, again, gotta have the woman look as fucking young as possible, because in the minds of like these fucking weirdos, like, can't be having any of these unfresh fucking wombs because those eggs are basically all dead. They've hit the wall if they get to fucking 30. Nonsense, obviously. It's very fucking stupid. Like, we gotta have these like weirdo, non-sentient artificial brood mares, because we're incapable of ever interacting with any women, because if we try to interact with any women, we're just miserable fucking wretches and weirdos, and we're automatic fucking repellent to all of them. It's genuinely fucking insane to me. And again, look at all this shit. Like, another instance. I can't even tell if this is like a fucking teenager or not. Look at how fucking young she looks. It's genuinely insane. And it's just like all these fucking AI dudes are just generating them because they're young and incapable of having a woman ever smile like this as well. And yes, it's called the nano banana, right? Nano banana is like the current like AI fad that these people are using in order to generate all these fucking women. It's fucking weird, man. So fucking weird, dude. Like, oh, look at all these like women that we're generally making who have, I don't know, never consented to any of this whatsoever, because consent to us is highly fucking goddamn cringe. We hate fucking consent because we actually hate women in reality, which is why all these people are doing this. It's a power play to them. It's about maintaining fucking a hierarchy for these people. And like I said before, this is great for the corporations and the rich, tying this all back to capitalist realism and Mark Fisher. In the hyper-commodified society that we find ourselves under, the corporation, the rich, will do anything possible, and I mean anything possible, in order to monetize all facets and aspects of life. And if that also means fucking social interactions, then they'll also do fucking social interactions as well. Like, I genuinely do believe that this shit is fundamentally anti-human. I don't know, who cares about like what the rest of this fucking dumbass video says? Who gives a shit, right? It's fake woman, she doesn't actually exist, she's not real, and it's being generated by a bunch of fucking goddamn weirdos who do not see women as fucking people, but they see them as tools, as homunculi, as fucking simulacra that is simply intended to do one thing and one thing only, be nothing more than broodmares. And they're willing to shell out all this fucking money to these stupid AI companion companies and shit like that, simply due to the fact that that is the next fucking frontier of commodified, like the hyper commodified capitalist reality that we find ourselves under. The final vestige of the only thing that's not been monetized by these fucking demons, and that is people's ability to be able to socially interact with one another. This should be rejected at all costs. This should be gotten rid of and should be destroyed, unironically, because fundamentally speaking, this is the beginning of the end of humanity, and it's all being done at the behest of all these like stupid rich asshole elitists who are I just want to make a buck off of you and just exploit people, or a bunch of like lonely fucking weirdo men who also just want to get their fucking rocks off and not want to interact with any fucking woman whatsoever, because if they try to do it, they will come off as the miserable, ostensible fucking weirdos that they always have been. Don't think there's really much else to say besides Mark Fisher is rolling in his fucking grave right now.